Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to be doing Canvas in JavaScript. Something that Canvas can help is with computer graphics, and if you wanted to computer generated art, then you can use JavaScript and the Canvas object. So here's our JavaScript right here. I upgraded to Atom text editor. You can get it online. So we can see some colors in our text, in our code. You can read it better. If you use a text editor, it's good for coding, so you can read. The variables are very distinct, and the text color helps a lot, I think. So let's delete this text, this code, and start again. We're gonna do this code. I'm gonna copy from here. Create element. So variable canv, right? Canvas equals document dot create element canvas. Oops. And then ID is canv. Oops. ID equals canv. And document.body append child canvas. Document dot body dot append child canvas. Whoops, press something. Canv or canvas. Whoops. So this will add the canvas. This one is going to create the element. This one's going to add the ID of canv to the element. And this one's going to append it to the body. Yeah. I forgot my quotes in this. Okay, so now we're going to do this one. For my canvas was document dot get element ID and then this one. canvas.getContext. Okay, so that's all of the canvas boilerplate for adding in a canvas. We are going to change this a little bit. Canvas dot width equals 400. Canvas dot height equals 400. I think. Yep. Just adding in a width and height. So we are going to test it out. We're going to do ctx dot fill style equals make up a color. Yeah, and then we're going to fill a rectangle. And it's going to be 0, 0, 400, 400. Yeah, so this code works. So what we did here is we created a canvas. I'll write some comments. This creates the canvas. Create canvas. Makes the ID, makes the width and height. And then it appends it right here, append child canvas. Guess we could just say add canvas to body. And then here we get the context of the canvas, which is something I don't really understand, but we get the element by ID. We made the ID over here. We added the ID to the canv right here. So we're getting the document, we're getting the element by ID, canv. We're putting it into this variable, my canvas, and then we're accessing the 2D context of it in order to use the canvas on the screen. So this is a hex color. You can get any hex color, any color by its hex value. So I think color hexa. We say sea foam green, create sea foam, seashell. We'll get a hex value like this. copy it, put it in our code. I'm going to comment this one out. So we have a way of putting a square of color on our canvas. So we're going to save this one. I didn't save it. Oops. It's there, it's just really bright. We'll change it a little bit. Okay. Yeah, so that worked. Yeah, I'm still recording. Okay. Yeah, so this code puts a solid color on the screen. Yeah, okay. Well, this code puts a solid color on the screen. You can notice that I'm using a method with 4 values. This is a square, or a rectangle, I mean, of color that we're going to put on the screen. Fill rectangle, R-E-C-T, rect. This is the first XY, and this is the width, and this is the height. What's unique about the coordinate system of this canvas is that it's instead of the origin being at the bottom left, it's at the top left, and the y coordinate goes from up here being 0 down. So, and down is positive and up is negative. It's a little confusing, but if we want to fill a rectangle with the full canvas width and height size, we can do 0, 0 is the starting point of our rectangle function, and 400, 400 is the ending point. 0, 0 is up here, 400, 400 is down here, and it fills in the color with this X value. Yeah, so I think what we could do is make, yeah, I think that explains enough of canvas. Some other things that you could do is make a circle function. I think we should do a circle function. Function circle. width, height. And then right here, we're gonna do ctx dot begin path. See, I'm using a method without any input variables. Dot ellipse xy width height 0 0. Copy this one. And ctx.fill. So in this function, we have a circle function. We have or the circle is the name of the function. It takes 4 input variables, x, y, width, and height. This uses these canvas methods in the canvas context. It says to begin the path and draw an ellipse, x, y, width, height. This is the arc of the ellipse from 0 I think it's from 0 to this math pi dot times 2, which is the full radius of a circle. And then ctx.fill is going to fill it with the color of the fill style that we do. So what we could do is make a circle, do 100, 100 to, we'll do 35 and 45. And we'll change the color to ctx dot, what is another color we could do? Ice Alice blue. These colors are so bright, I think I'll go with one of these shades. This nice blue. Fill style equals our hex value, and then we'll draw a circle. So you notice we use our function. I made our function below the call of the function, but that doesn't matter. We can use the function wherever. So we're going to change the fill and then make a circle. See if this works. Nope, doesn't work. What did I do? Maybe I have to do it the right way. Maybe I just said it doesn't matter. Okay, so this isn't working. I don't know why. So yeah, we have the circle working. It's because I wrote style, S-Y-L-E right here instead of style. So make sure you get your in programming you can get one letter off or it might not run. So this works. We have a circle. We made a circle function and it's on the canvas. We're using hex values to make shapes on the canvas. A good resource is W3 Schools. For HTML, press HTML right here. It will teach you HTML. You go to the JavaScript one and scroll down. Canvas right here, graphics, JS graphics, JS canvas. So there's a bunch of this is different. This is maybe in HTML. HTML canvas right here. Yeah, so this is a good resource. Move to line 2 is a good way to make lines. Let's make a line function right now. Function line x1, x2, oops, y1, x2, y2. So it's ctx.move2, ctx line 2, and stroke. Yeah. ctx.move2, x1, y1, ctx dot line 2, x2, y2, ctx dot stroke. Yeah. So this is the same thing we did with the circle. We make a line. If I want to put it down here, we'll just draw a line from, I'll show you, from 10, 10 to 350, 375. Draw a line. So that's good. It added in a stroke to the circle, which I don't want. Okay. How do I get rid of this? Uh, circle and line. Yeah, I guess that's fine for now. Maybe I'll figure out how to fix this circle has a black border around it because I'm using the stroke in here to make the line. Yeah, so that's how to use Canvas and how to make Canvas things. I think I'm gonna show how to do a draw loop. And you can do a draw loop by saying set interval draw. One. Then you do function draw. Oops. Draw. And in here, we could put stuff that we want to loop. So we could write a frame variable. So var frame equals 0. And here in draw, we're going to just at the end put frame equals frame plus 1. And then what we're going to do is we'll put this line function in there. And we'll just say x is 10 plus frame. So this might be kind of confusing, but this set interval is just a global method, I think, and it's gonna run this function over and over again that we put in this method. So in the variable, so set interval draw 1. It's gonna run draw and put 1 millisecond in between the frames. So we put the line function in there, we put a frame count to count the frames. Starts at 0, increments every frame. So yeah, we're gonna add it to the line that we made. And save, run. There it goes. So this is interesting. One of the interesting ways to use Canvas and make things move around the screen. If you want to use stuff like processing, there's a JavaScript library called processing, or P5. They use a draw loop like this that you could just implement yourself in JavaScript. Set interval, draw, and move things around the screen in order of the frame. So we made a frame and did it ourselves. Yeah, so this line moves increments by the frame. Anyways, that's all. I think you can do a lot of experiments, and maybe I can get some feedback from people in the comments on what I should make videos about. Yeah. Thanks for watching. This has been Canvas in JavaScript.